I always thought you had to be something special in order to succeed in this world. There would even be days where I tell myself I can't do anything that I want to do. And it's not because I really can't do the thing. It was really just because I put myself inside of a box, limiting the things that I thought I could do. Your mind is very, very powerful, and it could limit you, or it could help you succeed into things that you never even thought were possible in the first place. So when you take that leap, it's a big leap. It's scary. But what also is scary is you waking up in the morning telling yourself you want to be smarter, even though every single day you tell yourself when you wake up that you are stupid, that you have no idea what you're doing, that you will never be able to figure out this life. And you see, the more you tell yourself that, the more it comes forth. The more it becomes real reality. And the more you reinforce those negative statements, your mind is going to try to check, it's going to make sure you don't talk to anybody. It's going to make sure you don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend or anybody that cares about you in your life because you think so. You really think that. What you think is really what you become. If you always do what you always did, you will always get what you've always gotten. Okay? There's a special kind of relief, like in the air when you realize that this is it. Nobody is coming to save you. And even when you ask the question, how do I save myself? I am aware that no one is coming to save me, but what do you do when you are aware that you are unable to save yourself? And that's when it happens. That's when the spark kicks in. For me, there was no motivation, there was no determination, any discipline. There was a little tiny spark inside of me that wanted more. I can't die like this. This can't be my life forever. I was afraid. And then when you cut back the present moment, because this is all you have, by the way. This right now. It's okay to go through shitty places in your life, but what's not okay is you thinking you have to unpack and spend the rest of your life in that spot. Conditioned, thinking that there's not a life for you out there when there is. What's scary is when you talk down on yourself whenever possible, and you still try to find ways to make yourself better. You still ask yourself, why isn't my life good? Why aren't things going the way I want them to? And you start thinking about the bad habits. You start thinking about the bottle. Your thoughts get really loud. Sometimes even silence becomes really loud. And that all becomes too much. And then you really just sit there and you have to ask yourself, how bad do you really want the results you say you want? Because if you're able to sit there without a worry in the world and kick back and enjoy yourself, do you really want the thing you say you want? Because that's the reality. When you finally come face to face with your demons, things get a little scary. Because that's when you have to actually act. Because your inaction, little did you know, your inaction was quite literally your action every single time. You not making the decisions. That's why you are where you are right now. Whenever you're doing something and then you have that 5% left, that 10% left, and then you give up, that 5-10% is going to go knock on somebody else's door. Okay, if you really want to be successful in this life, you need to learn to be okay with the boredom, to be okay with doing nothing, not even in that sense, just when you need to. Because you don't need to always be doing something. You could sit down, read a book, enjoy yourself, write down, take a journal with you. You don't need to be that cool guy. You don't need to impress every single person because you want to know something. Want to know something? Let me tell you something. No, let me stop. You could be the juiciest pear on the tree. Okay? But there's going to be that one guy out there who doesn't like pears. Okay? You could be the best thing on the shelf. But someone might just not like you. You know, and after a while in your life, you realize that this pursuit of happiness, this pursuit of trying to become the better person, it's only taken you further away from who you really want to become. You know? Do not let who you are stop you from pursuing who you want to be. You know? When I say you're changing constantly, you know, you are. You know, the things that you thought yesterday, you might still think the same things today, but something is different about it. You know, what's different is today is a new day. You know, a brand new day. And no one has ever lived today before. Isn't that pretty weird? You know, so, whatever you thought was impossible, you know, whatever you thought you could never do, you know, I'm going to tell you here, anything in this life is possible. Okay, literally anything. You know, just something needs to click. You know, something needs to click that it's on you. You know, whether you succeed or you fail, it all falls on you. If you fail, you did it to yourself. You know, but you also need to remember in this life, it's not about how many times you fail or how many times you fall down. Are you getting back up? Are you still continuing to pursue the thing that you want? You know, because there's going to be rough patches. There's going to be points where you don't even know if you still want that thing. But you need to continue. You know? And even in my own life, you know, I do things that I'm not so proud of. You know? And then I always tell myself that something's going to change. But nothing ever does. You know, it's always me in my room with nobody, thinking the same thoughts, doing the same things. I can't die like this. It can't be this way forever. You know, when I tell you everything in this life is temporary, everything is temporary. You know, every bad feeling, every good feeling, you know, you just take it as it comes. You know? If you're scared about your choices in the future, if you're scared about a future that does not yet exist, I heard this somewhere. The best way to predict your future is to create your future. Yep, it seems hard, you know? It may seem like you can't do it. You know, it may seem like what you thought was possible is not possible. You know, because the magic that you're looking for inside this life, it's literally in just the stuff you're avoiding. You know, it's just stuff that you don't want to do. And once you really start doing it, realize that it's not that bad. You know, that you really can do it. You know, you just have to force yourself to. You know, and be careful on what you're forcing yourself to do. You know, because you need to realize that you're just a human being. You know, you don't need to be great to start something. Okay, but you do need to start something in order to be great. And that's some real crap, you know? How do you know if you don't try? You know, to truly live is to risk everything. You know, to truly put your ass in the line. You know, and if it all goes south, you know, I mean, good. At least you got out there and you tried to make something happen. You know, that fire inside, that motivation, the you never thought you'd be enough, so you continue to do more. Maybe it will get you somewhere. Or maybe it never will. You know, maybe you'll just go back to the way you were. You know, just reach in and grab it, dude. It's okay. You know, it takes somebody a long time to realize they're trapped in a box until they decide to try to get up and leave. You know, and it takes forever for someone to realize that they have the keys on them the whole time. You know, those bars in front of you, they're imaginary. You know, you can do whatever it is you want to do. You know, yeah, you're insecure. Yeah, you don't think you deserve it. Yeah, you'll never be good enough. But is all that going to stop you from trying? Is all that going to stop you from truly living your life? You know, you need to find a bigger why, a bigger reason. You know, and eventually maybe you want to set things right, because this is the one chance that you actually get to go out there and try to make things right. You know, all you ever had was you. You know, you need to do something. You know, and like I was talking about the weird feeling comes when you realize it's all on you. You know, when every single thing falls on you. I mean, the weight of the world is literally on your back. It hurts. You know, it's all hurt from here. Seriously, you think life is easy? It's hard. Hard work. Every day you're going to work at something. I mean, you could choose to do nothing. You know, everybody has that choice. You know, just because you're not doing anything doesn't mean the world is going to do nothing. The world is going to continue to spin. You know, the sun is going to continue to come out. You know, I mean, the sun has the strength to rise every single morning, but some mornings we don't even have the strength to get out of bed. I mean, I don't even have the strength to get out of bed some days. You know, sometimes I'll sleep in to avoid living. You know? But if you want something bad enough, if you really believe it, if you really pretend and fool yourself into believing that that thing could happen, that there is a slight chance in the future that you could do the thing that you said you wanted to, that you want to do, it's exciting. You know, because life is exactly what you make it. Life could be beautiful, life could be horrible, life could be humorous, life could be disgusting, it could be terrifying. But it's all one thing. You know, it's all you. You know, so when you think about your depression or your sadness, you can't try to eliminate it, because it's not some invasive intruder. It's a part of you. You know, a part of you that wants to be heard. You know, and something inside of you is hurting so much that eventually it dries up and it just dies. You know, along with every single hope and dream. That's why you need to keep going. And no matter how hard it gets, you need to keep showing up. Because that's the half of it. You know, as long as you can get your ass there, maybe you'll do fine. Or maybe you won't. At least you tried. You know? Maybe one day, after you keep on placing your bricks, you'll have something to be able to show for it. You know, because is going to the gym one time going to get you super ripped and buff? No. But is going to the gym consistently over the course of, I don't know, a few years? I mean, yes, see, it's boring, it's stupid, that's what it is, dude. Okay, it's not the starting that's hard. It's the staying consistent with the thing you want to be doing. You know, it's the doing it every day. It's the asking yourself, do you really want it? And then you tell yourself you don't. Or you make up some excuse. You know, it's either action or excuses. You know, you can sit there all day wondering to yourself, do I have it? Do I have what it takes? You do. You know, how long are you going to sit there and pretend you don't? You know? Thank you for watching this video. You know, I really appreciate it. And recently I've just been wanting to change my life. You know, I've been wanting to truly live. You know, because the feeling that I'm feeling right now, you know, just the nothingness, or the, I don't know, maybe just being here. I have to get used to it. You know? Because life is pain. You know, life is suffering. You know, but sometimes it can be beautiful. You know, you take the good in with the bad. And eventually, maybe, I'm not saying you will, but maybe, you'll have a life that you're proud of. You know, you'll be a person that you could look the man in the mirror. You could look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm proud of who I am today. You know, because all that matters is, did you try? You know, did you give it your all? You know, only you know. I mean, you're the only person that knows every single lie you've ever told. Just get out there and try your best. You know, and while you're doing so, do not forget. Do not forget to stay positive. You know, because doing that is a lot of hard work. Okay? So just get out there, stay positive, and enjoy your day. You know, and just realize that you can do whatever it is you want to do. You know, you just have to do it. And then eventually you will do it. Thank you guys for watching.